forget.
Okay.
But I know the team like to touch base with people and kind of understand how this project's going, essentially. So yeah, thank you so much for that. So how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing really well, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. So I should introduce myself. I'm Charlie. I'm the founder of Oppo. We have spoken via email, but
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, today I want to understand just a little bit more about your project. Obviously, you put you said kindly sent us a PDF, which is great. It's a couple of photos, a bit of your story, but it's great to hear from you personally. And obviously, but both be available for any questions or anything. But yeah, so if you would mind telling me about your project and why you applied for the grant.
Yeah, so it kind of started when my husband and we did this workshop on our wedding anniversary. When we got married, we were on quite a tight budget. And so we didn't have like the dream wedding rings that we had wanted. We got some quite basic ones. So for this special anniversary present, my husband booked us this really lovely workshop. And we made our wedding rings there.
Okay.
And I just fell in love with it, really. I just had the best time. And it was at that workshop that I learned from the teacher that there's a way of melting down silver, and you can incorporate things into the silver, like ashes of loved ones who have passed, or even pets. And I learned another technique there where you can like texture jewellery with things like sand. So if you have like a special beach that means a lot to you, you can take some sand and make a piece of jewellery. And I love the idea of that, especially having made our own rings and how much they mean to me. I thought it would be lovely if I could do this as a business, which would just be phenomenal, but also kind of have this other side of it where I would sell the jewellery that I make that would be personalised to the customer, to the people who can afford it the normal way. And then for those who can't afford it, like we couldn't afford exactly what we wanted at the time, they can apply to have their jewellery gifted to them using some of the profits from paying customers. So I just thought it would be a really nice idea. And yeah, that's why I applied, really, because it's not something that I could kind of get off the ground by myself where I'm at right now.
Sure. Wow, that sounds amazing. And how would winning this grant make it possible to do this?
So obviously the startup costs are massive. When we were at this workshop, it's like you can get pieces of equipment that by themselves are over £1,000, but just to get the most basic setup going, it would be around that cost anyway, with like the very basic tools to get started. So
Sure.
yeah, I would use it on that. Also, there's quite a lot of safety stuff that you have to consider. So you have to have a proper extraction system set up where you're working, otherwise you're just inhaling all the dust and stuff, which is not good for you. So yeah, I might use it on that. And obviously silver is not cheap itself, so yeah.
So the startup costs essentially to get all the tools, all the equipment, a space, as you say, safely, a safe space so you can set up the business, and obviously also your initial materials, the silver.
Yeah, because where I'm at now, I mean, I could keep it up as a hobby and go to this person's workshop every now and then and learn more. But yeah, the business side of it, I couldn't do that by myself.
Sure. And if you're going to do this, you need to do it, and indeed set up. And there's a bit of a chunk to swallow to do that. I can definitely sympathise with that, with setting up Oppo, for sure. Okay, amazing. And how would you touch on this already? But how would winning this grant make you and potentially others around you feel good?
I think from a selfish point of view, I've found that I'm happiest when I'm helping other people.
Okay.
I think that's probably the same for a lot of people. When you're being selfless, it makes you feel good. But also I love the idea of this jewellery, firstly making the person who's receiving it feel good because it's so personal to them. But also it's something, I mean, silver, it lasts forever. It can be passed down through a family. And I just think that's really lovely. So it could make kind of future generations feel good when they get their mum's ring that's been passed down to them, or 10 generations to come would be lovely.
Sure. So it'll help you do what you love, and obviously there's also the as you said, the ability, I guess, to give something. So it's good for you to feel good donating something, but also, of course, good for other people who maybe, as you said earlier, can't afford it at the time.
Yeah,
as you in
and
that
also I'm
situation.
still learning as well, so that feels good to be learning this new craft.
Yeah,
and I love doing it, so it would make me feel good.
acquiring new skills is fun, absolutely.
Yeah.
Excellent, awesome. Okay, how would it feel to win this grant then?
It would be
Penultimate question.
great. I mean, like I said, I could carry this on as a hobby with the situation I have now, but to actually get the grant and I just have a million ideas of all the things that I would love to do. So yeah, it would feel great.
It's only £1,000, unfortunately, so the
Yeah.
million might have to be 2 or 3 things.
Yeah. It's a
But
place
yeah,
to start though.
it's a place to start, absolutely, and that's what this grant is for. It's to inspire and to start something off, help you start something off that maybe you wouldn't otherwise be able to do. It's an instigator. So yeah, awesome. Okay, well, that was a bit of a cruel question, I'm sorry, but I'm really thrilled to tell you that you have won the grant. You've got
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Wow.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Thank you so much for replying. The whole team loved hearing your story, reading it through. That's why I wanted to record this and share it with them as well. It was inspiring hearing a lot more about your stories. You said as you put in the PDF, and you said earlier it makes you feel good to do good, and that's the point about this grant.
Yeah.
And that's why we're doing it in the first place. We're
Oh
very
my
lucky
goodness,
to be
I
able to
can't
set this
believe
up.
it.
And so it's great to help you in a very small way set your own thing up. So congratulations.
Yeah. Oh wow, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. And if you can, obviously, keep in touch with how you get going. We'd love to continue to hear
Yeah.
from you. And also, if we can help, then feel
Okay,
free
yeah.
to ping me an email. And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anything about silversmithing at
No.
all. But of course, it's not. It doesn't just end here. If we can help, please let us know.
Yeah, thank you. Because
But yeah,
the kind of business side of it, I mean, we run an eBay business, so we have that, but that's everything's done for you on eBay. Like we don't have to think about marketing or any of that stuff really. It's all like kind of handed to you on a plate. So yeah, the business side of stuff, I'm a blank slate. So yeah,
you
that's
have
really
my email
lovely.
address.
Thank you. Yeah, thank
Awesome.
you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Cool. You're a busy person, so I better let you go. But I will hand you back over to Christy in terms of organising the workings, how we actually give this money to you. So
Yeah.
she'll be in touch there. But yeah, I just wanted to see you today and tell you you'd won. So congratulations.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much for applying. Yeah, enjoy.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
See you then. Bye.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye. Bye. Bye.